Good afternoon, Smoker Joe Frazier's office. How may I help you?
What's up, bro? Philadelphia is the capital of boxing, and I believe Joe Frazier's gym is the White House. These are great fighters that have all come from Philadelphia. This guy here, Benny Briscoe, man, he was in our gym. Choo Choo Charlie Brown, Brown Hopkins, that when he first got out was here. They'll forgive me. I was just like a self-made guy. They ain't had to tell me to do nothing. It's a sports that, you know, one-on-one. It speaks for yourself. And picture here, this was when we were in the Ebony magazine years ago, when I was about 10 years old or 11 years old. My father beat Ali in '71, and it just kind of gives you a history of my dad. You know, he was the youngest of 13 children. He was raised in a 4-room shack, you know, and the whole bit, and you know, but he's come a long way since that 4-room shack, man.
We've had this George Foreman Youth Center since 1983. Been here a long time, huh? Started off just trying to keep kids off the street. Now I'm trying to keep their parents off the street. This is a very important place because I call this the salt mine. I named it even Joe Frazier Building because Joe Frazier, when he was working out, is the hardest working man in the boxing business. When people come into this gym, they know it's to work. This is the sport of all sports. I mean, I don't care how great a football player, basketball player, whatever you become, there's still that urge in you. Can I really box? And so when a guy becomes heavyweight champ of the world, he says something for a nation. He says something, I am the top athlete. Now, boxing have always been able to go to the lowest of the lower class people and find the cream of the crop, raise it up.
You're actually from Philadelphia, but you wasn't born in Philadelphia. Where was you born?
No, I was born in the South, where a rough life between me and my white brother lived. Sometimes I didn't understand why things didn't go the way I want to go, or didn't move in my direction.
Hallelujah. I'm going to take a trip. Y'all come on. On the good old gospel ship. Need y'all help now. And we'll go sailing through the air. I'm going to take a trip. Come on. On that good old gospel ship. And we'll go sailing.
This was the original deed here but during those days it was unusual, unknown for a female to own properties. And my great-grandmother obtained this 10 acres, but she had to put up her 2 sons and her husband as collateral and to get the 10 acres and a mule. And this is the original deed that came through everything, flood and fires. And if they go up on the taxes, I think I might have to sell some. This is my mom's wishes. She said when she died, she wanted to be buried in this area. She had a sense of land ownership because she said, like, if you don't have land, you don't have nothing. She said, if you don't own anything, you're nobody. She said 2 things you must do to be a good citizen: own land and go to jail once.
Frazier lived right down the road here, maybe about less than a mile. You see, named the road after Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier Road. Before, this road didn't had no name. It was sand, it was dirt road. His mother was a
outstanding person. She never complained about nothing. She was like a mother to me, because when I go down there, when she afraid the food, it fix mine too.
Pot of peas and rice, and man, you could smell it all over the neighborhood, and whoever children was available, everybody ate.
That's right.
You know, nobody's child was left your house hungry. No, we didn't come from Haiti.
No?
Yeah, we came from Africa.
Oh, not me. I didn't come from Africa.
I came from Africa. My 4 parents did, from across the watermark.
I don't know anything about
But
Africa.
and today we really have a lot of pride in our heritage. Yeah, so we were made Gullah Family of the Year back in 90. 90, they made us Family of the Year.
Well, the Gullah Geechee Nation exists from Jacksonville, North Carolina, goes all the way southward to Jacksonville, Florida. Takes up all of the islands called the Sea Islands and 30 to 35 miles inland on the mainland. So the people of African descent who are natives of this area are the descendants of the Africans that were enslaved here on the plantations that used to occupy the same area up to the St. Johns River.
Yes, he always remembered where he was from. Because if he didn't, he wouldn't come back. You know, so many people are born a certain place and they leave and the grass always looks so green, so they forget to come back. But Joe always came back.
This was the Touch of Class nightclub, and it's now Touch of Class Convention Center on St. Helena Island. And this is one of the places that Joe Frazier used to come to and frequent all the time. So you're talking about hundreds of cars and hundreds of people shoulder to shoulder. And he loved being in that atmosphere. And not so much where some folks would want to get in that atmosphere because of their ego. It was just being at home with his people. We have a proverb in Gullah that says, if Hona ain't know where Hona the dear from, Hona ain't gwine know where Hona the gwine. Others would just equate it in one West African word, sankofa, as they say in the Caribbean, go back and fetch it. So that means if you don't know your past, you have no way of truly knowing where you're headed in the future. So you have to stay interlinked and connected to your past.
When Joe Louis, the heavyweight champion, came into Beaufort, and he did an amateur bout at Robert Smalls High School. Joe was there. And he promised his father, after he saw Joe Louis fight, he said, I'm going to be a fighter one day. I was in the presence when he promised his father, Reuben Frazier, that he was going to be a fighter.
Let's get going into I didn't have top education, supposed to be. But then when I came out of mom, and I came out like this.
He always liked to fight. Always liked to fight. He had one pair of boxing gloves. I put on one, he put on another. And we just hit one another, so it was in him.
Decided I thought that maybe he was treated unfair, and I didn't want to see why I was just as good as anybody else.
Well, time with me, Frazier was coming up, you couldn't go to the same school, didn't go to the same movie. When you're coming up and, different nationality, different color of your skin, that we have to go through so much, and it become to built within you, and if you carry around with you, you was going to always be angry, always going to be angry. I know it's not right, but the system also wasn't right. Remember one night that I just took Frazier home about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So on my way back, this car was blowing behind me, beep, 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 beep. So I pulled aside, I said it's 2 white girls. She said, where you going? I said, I'm on my way home. She said, can you find another friend that we can hang out? So I went by Frazier. I said, Frazier, man, we got 2 white chicks. He said, well, you better go home and go to bed. He said, I ain't going with that. So I come around the other way and parked my car by the house and went to bed. We had went with these girls and somebody see us, first thing they're gonna cry rape. And we have been in jail now today. And he was right. But all the time we went to jail is for fighting.